Welcome back, everybody, to a special Warp World episode of World 1-1. This is the shit that we do when there's, special news stuff like the Nintendo Directs or press conferences, anything of the sort. So we're back again today, covering the Splatoon 2 Nintendo Direct that came out. Giving us our last hurrah of information on the game, likely before we see it launch later this month. Not a whole lot of really big new news. We saw a little bit of new information on how the mobile app will work with Splatoon 2, but nothing really in regards to the actual online service that Nintendo's been talking about that got pushed back to 2018. But we'll get to all that in just a minute. I am your host, as always, Larry the Bearded Wonder. With me, as always, is my amazing, super black, super gorgeous sidekick, Eddie Magichead V. And we're here. Let's do this shit.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's up to me. Hello, everybody. The Splatoon 2 Direct, like Larry said, was today. They first started out with on Inkland City on how everything looks. They talked about first starting off with the gear that you could buy from the shops. One of the characters is named Flo. You could buy hats. She sells the hats. Giafonso, he sells shirts. Bisque sells shoes, and the lovable Sheldon is back. He sells weapons. So, as long as you play the Splatoon multiplayer, you'll start getting points. You come back into these shops and buy these items. They also, showed off some of the new main sub weapons and specials. So, for some of the, weapons, you have a selection from roller weapons, charging weapons, splatling cannons, and splashers and blasters. Now, for some of the weapons, you can have a storage charge. So, if you're charging up your weapon while on the move or going through your ink, you can still keep that charge right there going. They have vertical swing for the rollers because you were only able to do it horizontal. Now they added vertical to it, and they also add a dodge roll. So if you got a weapon that's like double or lightweight, you can the dualies, you could kind of dash out the way, which is kind of nice. I like how it looks. I'm like, ooh, that looks fast. So those are just some of the categories that they have for the weapons. So it's kind of, stuff that if you played the first Splatoon, they kind of reintroduced and showed everybody like what kind of weapons are in this game. And there will be new weapons coming on, but we'll talk about that later. Any thoughts, Larry, on that first section on what they showed?
Most of it felt pretty iterative. Nothing felt really super new or revolutionary. Just, here's some more depth to what we started with. I do appreciate the fact that all of the super weapons are new. I think it's going to help mix it up a little bit so that not everything feels quite so rehashed. Obviously some of the rest of it does feel a little recycled, but it's hard to complain when it's still something as good as Splatoon. Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see how different some of the new weapons feel, like the dualies, or the vertical roller that has a little extra distance when it comes to splashing ink down. Some of the sub weapons and some of the supers did look really neat. Like the thermal ink looked pretty cool, as well as the high pressure that lets you shoot through walls. So, like I said, some of the new stuff does look really cool, but there's nothing that felt, at least in terms of your basic mechanics, super revolutionary so much as evolutionary.
And it's a good way to introduce new players who never got the chance to play the first Splatoon. So they could, kind of, explaining this is how the game works. Even when they're talking about, like, the game is about you taking over territory, covering as much land as you can, instead of, defeating your opponents. I
Turf
mean,
Wars. This block belongs to the Crips. What?
oh, wow. Uh, so some of the new weapons that they introduced, Clash Blaster. It's a short range but powerful to keep enemies at bay. So it's kind of like a little gun that it shoots short, but the impact is really big and really heavy. It has like a
You know what else
arch.
is big and heavy?
Arby's burgers.
Well, Arby's Meat Mountain maybe, but I was just going to generally make fun of my weight.
Oh, your weight is just yummy altogether.
That's not what my physician says.
Um, we'll talk about that later. Cause
No, we won't.
yes, because I got yelled at by a certain person after I asked a certain question about you, and I was at home cracking up. It was so funny. I'll let you know after the podcast.
Oh, Lord.
Fling's a roller. It does horizontal swings, which are fast, but the vertical takes longer, but it spreads more ink. So this is one of the new weapons that does horizontal and vertical. GoodTuber. I thought this was such a cute name. GoodTuber. I was just like, is this playing on?
It sounds a little inappropriate,
It,
if we're being honest.
I mean, it does, but it does. But I was thinking about it. I'm just like, are they making fun of like a YouTuber with a GoodTuber? I was just thinking of that. Now that she's making it into that little version.
I'm not making it into anything. I'm just saying, you say it out loud and it feels a little inappropriate. That's all.
Okay. With the
Not
GoodTuber.
my fault. I didn't name it. I just call it like I see it.
With the GoodTuber, you can hold a charge for an extremely long time. So, while you're charging it
That
up,
also feels a little inappropriate to say out loud.
oh wow. Oh wow. Let me move on. No, but with the GoodTuber, when you're charging it, you could go
I
through.
can't take it seriously when you say it. I'm sorry.
You could go through.
I will never be able to take that seriously.
Oh wow! When you have your charge, you could go through the ink and get to wherever you need to, and then, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm about to say this. When you get to your position, you can release it.
Yep. I don't even have to say anything. You already know.
That's why. That's just like, oh my goodness.
As soon as you knew what was about to happen,
Yes.
you knew
And don't
what the
forget,
end result would be.
and don't forget the GoodTuber covers a lot of land. So the way that it just splats out and just, oh goodness, I can't with you. So the Dapple.
This occurs to me. I don't think I have recalled seeing any. It has to exist. Rule 34 says it has to exist. I just don't remember seeing any Splatoon stuff being Rule 34. But it's got to be. Now I've got to look. Now I've got to find out for sure.
Oh my goodness. Well, the Dapple Doolies, they're lightweight. They're double guns. They're lightweight, which allows you to dodge quicker. So this is one of the weapons that you can dodge left and right. I don't think you can dodge backwards. It just showed that they was going left and right. So
What the hell do you have to dodge backwards for? Three out of four directions. You're good, I swear.
I mean, some people dodge backwards. I mean, it's not like a back roll or anything, but there are some games where you could dodge backwards. Because I think in Devil May Cry or DMC, you could dodge kind of like backwards, like do a quick
You
dash.
can do that with God of War 2 and a whole bunch of others. I'm just giving you shit.
I'm going to get you.
Bring it.
When I come next month, I will.
Yeah, you gonna come with your GooTuber?
Yes. I got a lot of goo to shoot you with. Oh my goodness.
Oh, this went downhill real quick. Where's Adrian when we need him? Damn it!
He's enjoying his time. Let's get back to this direct. We'll talk about him later. That was just some of the weapons that they introduced. The other weapons they went into sub weapons, like the auto bomb. It hunts down a player, so it's kind of like almost kind of a
You remember
homing
the
missile.
bombs from the old original Mario movie? It's like that. They just
Yeah,
walk.
they look like dogs though. They're like
They
cute
do a
little
little bit.
dogs.
They kind of do.
I was just like, oh, they're bombs. Oh, never mind.
Well, to be fair, the bombs looked pretty damn cute too.
Yes, they do. The toxic mist, so you could throw this kind of bomb where a cloud of mist would go in and it would slow down your characters. Cause it's the other, but not your characters, your opposition characters. The
The
mist,
bad guys.
yes, the mist is your team's color. And of course, like if another player from a different team is on your ink, it slows them down. So it does something like
This was
that.
also a terrible movie.
Oh goodness. So that was just some of the sub weapons, and then the specials. I like the Tenta missiles. So the Tenta missiles are like homing missiles. It looks really cool in action on just how they all shoot up, and then they'll hit the players and destroy them like that. Um,
Tentamissile sounds like a hentai.
that does. The
Like
ink.
that's the expanded scene from Archer, you know. It's Mushi Night, movie and sushi. We got Fisherman's Wife and Fisherman's Wife 2, The Retentacling, and Fisherman's Wife 3, Tentamissiles.
Oh wow. So wow. I gotta finish watching Archer.
Oh
Uh,
my god, you do.
Yeah, I only got to the third season. I didn't get further
Oh,
than
keep
that.
going. It never gets any worse. It will forever stay at least as good, if not get better.
But I know they lost wherever the CIA, with everything they was at. Then they started doing evil.
Oh
They
yeah,
became
it's still
evil.
good. It's still good. It's fucking hilarious.
So yeah, I have to watch that. But back to the show. Inkjet, it lets you fly around. Stingray allows you to shoot through walls. So it's kind of like a charged weapon. And when you get up, it looks like you can line up your shot, and it's just a big old, oh goodness, can't believe I'm saying this one too. A big old sploosh of ink that can just hit players. Like it's a big kind of wave of it. Um, the bomb launcher is another one. Ink armor, which is I thought was cool, is that you around your team players and they could have this invincibility on for a couple of seconds. So you
Ink
could be
armor looks awesome.
yeah, so you can hit your other opponents and they can't, defeat you or, stop you or anything. Baller, it's a person, or a squidling that's in a hamster ball and they could climb up, and when they get to where they need to go, it'll load up with ink and they'll just explode. So, those are some of the new weapons that, or new specials that you'll be able to get into, Splatoon. Then they went into showing some of the new modes, or the modes that's in the game. Turf War, which is basic, that you get the more land you cover. Rank mode, you have Splat Zones, Tower Control, and Rainmaker. Splat Zones, you go to different zones and try to take over the territory. Tower Control, there's a tower that you have to climb on and ride it all the way to the other person's or other teams. Section. If you do, you win the game. And then Rainmaker is that you get like this golden fish, and it's also a weapon, and you have to, I think, get to the other teams or your team's section with the fish. Oh my goodness, because you're laughing. Go ahead. What is
Oh
it?
no, no, keep going.
That was it. And whatever platform that you land at on the other team, you end up winning. Oh, and then there's league battles also. Thoughts, Larry?
It looks like they've definitely started doing a little more in terms of uh, some traditional online multiplayer stuff for Splatoon. With the multiple modes, the individual ranked battles. Um, you know, being able to carry individual ranks for different modes as well. Um, where we're still going to exist in this thing where they want to, force you to play whatever stages are in circulation at the moment rather than being able to pick whatever ones you want. Um, it's a step in the right direction. It's not perfect, but to be fair though, I've kind of stood by the rotating stage selection, the automated stage selection, just because it forces you to play everything and it keeps it a little more balanced. So I actually kind of appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Well, they introduced merch. He'll be giving you more abilities for your gear. So that's that salmon run like they showed in the last direct. You'll be able to do that. Splatnet.
Salmon Run looks exciting. Salmon Run's another one of those things where it looks like they've been paying attention and they're adding in another more traditional, multiplayer affair with a horde mode style game.
Yes. So, Splatnet 2 is their online app that they will have. So you could, check leaderboards. You could, kind of get gear all in a sense or see what gear is like really good. And then, when you cut on your console, you'll see that gear is like kind of in, getting ready for you to go pick up. It's just a lot of other apps that you can set times with other players when the Splatfest is going to be starting. So things like that. So it's really cool. That'll be able on your, I think, mobile phone and tablet. They said, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. So after that, they mentioned new weapons coming. One of the new one is a Splat Barrella. It's like a gun with an umbrella, so pretty much you'll be able to shoot, and when you get your special, or part of it is that you could throw an umbrella, which is like a shield that blocks you from different ink. It's kind of cool. I kind of like
We
how
can
this
take the
sound.
best part of Kingsman and put it in Splatoon.
Pretty much. And then bubble blower looks like you could blow a whole bunch of bubbles. And then the way that it looks that like you blow the bubbles, and I'm assuming the bubbles somehow land on, because there was like it just got bigger on the ground, and you just shoot the bubbles and it covers more land and attack your players. So that's the way I'm assuming that's how it works.
Probably.
So they mentioned new content for a year and the Splatfest for 2 years. So there's a more longevity with this game for content and for the Splatfest. Unfortunately, last time when Splatoon came out, there wasn't a long Splatfest. For it. Like I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 months that they did it, and then it stopped. But this one is going to be continuing on because a lot of people enjoyed the Splatfest, and it was good to see how they mixed it up, like Transformers, like Cybertron versus
No, it was
Megatron.
Autobots and Decepticons.
Yeah,
The hell are you talking about?
I'm giving an example. Okay, forgive me.
You're giving a bad and incorrect example.
It's late, so.
Yeah, but you're talking about one that is immediately in my wheelhouse, so I will correct you at every turn on
I
that.
know you will. That's what I'm going to. Oh, can't wait till I give you some goo when I get
Eddie,
down
you
there.
need to check the chat and Skype there, by the
I
way.
seen it.
All right. So I had not seen it, but it's only because I hadn't looked. It is officially confirmed. Splatoon has definitely been Rule 34'd.
Oh, that was that for when the first game came out.
I'm sure that it was. I just hadn't given it any thought until we were talking about it, and then I just had to confirm it to be sure.
Okay.
That was it. It's there. It's official.
They showed off the 2 hostesses of this game, Pearl and Marina. They have a show called Off the Hook, so they're kind of the new ones. And last but not least, they are introducing the Splatfest, like kind of another introduction for the game. And that would be July 15th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. You could download it in the eShop and on that day and get ready for it. It's gonna be cake versus ice cream. I'm team ice cream, even though I don't have my Switch yet, but I'm all for ice cream. And I believe Splatoon is coming out uh, June
End of
21st,
June.
July 21st, I think.
That sounds right. 21st to the 25th.
Oh, actually, no, because it'll be July 21st that it will be out. So, everybody could check Splatoon 2 out, and that was kind of the direct. It was like about 30, probably about 27, 30 minutes.
No, it was about 25.
Or 25. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was short to the point, did the job.
Yeah, on the Nintendo's YouTube page, it said like 40 minutes, but most of that time was waiting, and then at the
Yep.
end there was more time waiting. So I was trying to figure it out that way. Yeah. But that's Splatoon 2 for Nintendo Switch coming out July 21st for $60 or $59.99. They did show off some new amiibo, and they did say that the old amiibo will be working also for Splatoon 2. So they also showed off a little bit of the single player, and they kind of hinted at some more things that's going to be coming. They also showed new stages. This for Salmon Run, I think they're going to be switching boards every 2 hours. I know a lot of it's going to be changing every 2 hours in this game. So.
Yep.
And they also mentioned that you could do some of the league, and I think you could also do Salmon Run with your whole team. So if you got like your friends that you guys are online, you could go to different modes all together. You won't be switched up.
Yep. So there definitely seems to be more in terms of being able to put together teams and playing together with your friends rather than just kind of it being a random hodgepodge like it was when you were dealing with the original Splatoon in its early days.
Yes. So, looks really good, very promising. They didn't show the box art.
It's not perfect, but basically you can definitely tell they're taking steps to get their shit together.
Right. And just like the first Splatoon, over time it's going to improve. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it when I get my Switch. I'll be working on that starting tomorrow. Hopefully we have one more left and I can put it on layaway and start getting it. Well, yeah, I'm trying to. Gotta have it before October. No, I gotta actually have it before September. Kind of need a new 3DS too. I'm ready to get that. Because when Samus Returns come out, I want to be ready for that.
Do you want like a new 3DS or just like a 3DS?
The new 3DS.
Okay.
Yeah. I have my Legend of Zelda one, but I'm ready for an upgrade for it.
Right.
So. Yeah, because I got to get when I get the new 3DS, I got to connect it to my new, I got to connect it to my like Wii U and my Nintendo account. So when I start buying games, I can get points on there. Because my 3DS that I have is for another account. But I'm not really using that one for Club Nintendo, or my Nintendo, I should say. I'm using my optional opinion, I should say.
Yeah.
Moniker. But yeah, Splatoon 2.
Yeah, it was nothing terribly shocking or earth shattering. That it didn't feel like a lot of information that we didn't already know, but it was probably the most put together presentation of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit sad. My wife is like really sad that there's still no talk of like single system multiplayer. That's a little disappointing.
Or like one system is 4 players.
Even just 2 players. Let me just play Splatoon on the same system with my wife.
I think it's because of since it's such where majority of it is an online game. and definitely for people who are going to be doing tournaments and stuff, they probably felt like it's just better to have that single thing to your screen, because there's so much going on. It would be hard if you got a split screen and another person can't see the view of that area. So I'm like, you got a bigger screen to see what's going on, so you can make your decision on where to attack and where to put your paint and stuff at, and your strategies. A split screen would have kind of ruined that in a sense.
Yeah. Well, maybe, a co-op even would be nice, but like I said, it's one of the things that felt like it was missing from the last one, and it still feels like it's missing here.
Well, yeah, but
there should be a way. There needs to be a way.
But yeah, that's it, everybody. That's the Splatoon Direct. Larry, any plugs or anything?
Nah, I've decided I'm going to quit doing plugs on Warp World shit. We get enough of that crap week to week.
Well, you guys can find me on Twitter at that retro.
You don't listen to me.
What? That was you. I asked you for plugs, not me. You guys can find me on Twitter at that retro code, because I want to hear what you guys think about the Splatoon Direct. So follow me there and hear more of World War One podcast at ShopEngine.com.
All right, kids, that's it. We'll be back on Monday with another episode.
All right. And with that, everybody, we are out.
Good night.